Hello everyone, it's Shinto Bean here playing some more Warhammer combat cards. And before I do anything in this video, if you look in the top left corner, that's the amount of experience needed to rank up. I've been at the maximum rank of 80 for quite some time, and once you reach that level, you can get additional honor ranks. It takes a whole lot of experience to get each one, and each one offers either plasma or coins as a reward. And I have been in very short supply of coins as of late because I've been upgrading some pretty expensive cards. And right here, I do have enough copies to level up Aeldari to level 6, and he gains an additional 50 health, so that definitely will help to keep him alive. He does plenty of damage, but yeah, it costs a whopping 560 coins to level him up. But let's go ahead and do that, and that will then enable us to rank up to the next honor rank, and here it is. 250 plasma. I can't really remember whether it's going to be plasma or coins, but for this one, that is the reward for reaching honor rank 5. So, with that out of the way, let us move on to part 3 of this exploration campaign. Alright, and let me claim this reward here. So I skipped over day 2 because honestly it was not very interesting. Kind of breezed through both day 1 and 2 with 0 losses and plenty of campaign energy remaining. After the kind of disaster that the last exploration was, the one with the Silent King against the Necrons, there was a whole lot of complaints. One of the big issues, other than the massive bugs and unplayable parts of the campaign, was just the fact that it takes so long to get through the battles because the Necrons are capable of healing a lot and just made for really long, just boring battles. This exploration, though, has been kind of the opposite with the modifier, the warp sickness. Everything has decreased health, so the games do go quicker, and it has been a lot easier as well. The difficulty level with the Silent King exploration was way too hard. For the average player. Even veterans, I think, struggled with it, but this one has just been extremely easy so far. Now, for day 3, you actually get to do something interesting that has never actually been done in the game before. We have a coalition where we're able to use both Aeldari and Servants of the Emperor cards together. So you can combine warlords from either faction with bodyguards from either faction, which really adds a lot of possibilities. Now, if you're playing casual mode, you can mix factions, but it is divided by the allegiance or whatever. So there's actually never been this combination, this specific combo of Aeldari and Servants of the Emperor. So it's pretty interesting to see. And of course, some of the warlords do actually combo really nicely, or could utilize cards from the other faction. There are a couple that come to mind. You do have to be careful, though, because the wording of the special rule, so Canis Veridian, for example, it only activates when one of your Servants of the Emperor cards is destroyed. So any Aeldari cards that you put in there, if you try to put Aeldari fodder, it's not going to trigger this special rule. And the same goes for the Aeldari warlords as well. The Zephyr Blade, of course, will benefit from the Endless Infantry. You can see I put them in there. And it's better, of course, to deploy them early on. Avatar of Khaine is also pretty fun. This one is actually really interesting because if you look at the wording, it's when any card is destroyed, of course. One of your currently deployed Aeldari cards gains the melee attack, so you don't want to put big Servants of the Emperor cards in there because they're not going to be getting the buff. However, with the Endless cards, and you can even put cards, actually, that have both a ranged and melee attack if it's Servants of the Emperor, because this guy, for example, will not be the target of the Avatar's special rule. So, Avatar's a pretty fun one to do. You can get some insanely powerful Death Blow stacks on there. And then, yeah, I just played one as Canis Veridian, and that was also quite fun. Now, with Canis Veridian, you can actually have heavy hitters from both Aeldari and Servants of the Emperor. As you can see here, I've got the Solitaire, and these are all at max level, by the way. We've got Janezar with Fear, is very strong. Very high melee attack as well. And also the Succubus in here with the 100% damage from Furious Charge and 62 melee. Those combo really nicely. Any of those can actually become the target of Canis Veridian's attack. It's only the fodder cards that you have to worry about for her. So I'm going to play 2 games here again. It's going to be a bit of a longer video, but I Just want to show you what these combinations look like, because this is probably the only chance we're going to get for this kind of for this specific combo. So let's start off with we'll start off with Canis Veridian and see how it goes. Now this is, I think, level 4, stage 4 of day 3, and the first 3 battles were very easy. The enemy did not even deploy any really expensive bodyguards that I can recall. So we'll see if the difficulty level ramps up at all. Alright, and we are up against the Mask. We are facing the forces of Chaos here on day 3. And the Mask can potentially be very annoying to deal with the Quicksilver Swiftness, but if the Mask is just going... Well, actually, you know, this could prove to be a little bit tricky, because we are going melee against the Mask, and last time I faced the Mask, they were running a lot of melee units, so going melee against a melee Mask, yeah, that's gonna be pretty painful, I think. But we'll see what happens. Alright, so I've thrown the Penitent Engine down. Now we've got our little guy with Taunt. And I could go with a Furious Charge dealing 62 damage, but it's not actually enough to kill anything immediately, so I think we're just gonna go with... let's go with the, sure, we'll just go with the Solitaire, I guess. Put the really strong units up at the beginning. And they do have the initiative, so they are going first. Debuffing ranged, that's okay. Dealing just a little bit of psychic damage. And actually all of their units are going to get to attack first. Now Poison is actually quite powerful at the max level. It deals 16 damage at the end of each turn, which will make very quick work of anything here, because they have the decreased health. So all of the enemies are actually going to be able to get to attack first this turn, despite the fact that they're defending. Fortunately, the Taunt guy took all of the damage, so spared my big guys from getting hit by the Poison. There, the Solitaire got the extra attack, so it was able to take out 2 guys immediately. And now the Penitent Engine can take down the second Pink Horror as well. So far so good. Alright, some more weak units deploying to the field. They are melee though. And I think we're going to put down this Medicae unit. One thing that I believe is, I don't know if it's a bug, but it seems like Medicae is actually healing for the original health that these units have. It's 30%, so let's take a look here. I don't think these guys have taken any damage, so 30% of what, 130 is going to be, I can't do math in my head, but it should be like less than 50, right? So we'll see how much this actually heals them by. It just healed the Solitaire by more than 55, by 55, so I'm pretty sure that is more than 50% or 30%. I think it's going off of the original health, which means that you're actually getting a lot more mileage out of the Medicae than it should be. So using Medicae units can be pretty good, it seems, in this campaign. And they went for the melee attack, which was pretty painful for them, but more units will deploy, and of course they also have the Quicksilver Swiftness as long as they're at a high enough health. Now that thing is pretty annoying to deal with. The Seeker of Slaanesh actually, I've noticed, has done a very good job of actually targeting down key units. And the thing does a whole lot of damage as well. So if I go melee here, I'm actually going to be taking quite a bit of damage. So, I mean, I am in no danger of dying here. So, you know what, I'm just going to go melee. I still have plenty of bodyguards left, so I think we're going to be fine. Should survive. It is getting targeted by everything, though. So it looks like that Penitent Engine probably will go down next turn, provided they go melee. And indeed they do, so... Fortunately for me, though, the Death Blow is going to trigger, and I think it's going to take out... Well, it took out the Seeker, so only one more unit gets the extra attack, and wow! The Hero Healer manages to take down the one unit that is capable of killing with that weak attack. And now they're bringing out some of the big guns, but at this point it's kind of too late. Old Poxbelly, the Great Unclean One, he's not going to be able to do a whole lot. So I think, well, it's our turn, so yeah, we can just finish off with the Furious Charge here. Didn't even really get to see a lot of the units here, but you can see just how strong this combo is. I really only used like 2 of the heavy hitters, Solitaire and the Penitent Engine, but they made very quick work of these Chaos forces. Great Unclean One got to attack first there, but yeah, the Furious Charge took out the quick Silver Swiftness on the Warlord, on the Mask herself, so she was unable to attack first. So, pretty easy battle there with Canis Veridian, supported by Aeldari bodyguards, and let's move on, and we'll just do one more, this time with the Avatar of Khaine. Let's just open this pack of cards. You can't actually start the next battle until you claim the rewards for these explorations. Alright, pretty decent cards there. Alright, let's switch the Warlord over to the Avatar. And I'm gonna try, I mean, it's gonna be pretty similar to the one that I played the other day, but same idea. You deploy some of the weak fodder units alongside the Deathblow units and just watch the stacks keep stacking. And I'm hoping that it works here. I think I might have, actually, I might have too many of the fodder units in this deck. We're up against Skulltaker, so it's going to be a whole lot of melee damage from both sides. Should be interesting. Alright, they do have the initiative. Okay, we are starting off with the, with some of these Deathblow units in the starting hand, so that's a good sign. They have poison on the field. And we have poison as well. Okay, I'm going to throw down the Tempestus Scion. Again, whenever anything dies here, the Avatar's special rule will trigger. So that's why those Endless cards are very good. Aeldari currently do not have any Endless cards at all. Alright, so they have quite a bit of damage here from this first turn. We're going to go with, I guess we're going to go with this guy. Let's see if he actually survives the first attack. I hope he does. Actually, no, he's not going to because Skulltaker, I completely forgot about that. But okay, so the Wraith Lord is actually going to be taking a whole lot of damage there. That was not the right choice. I should have put the Taunt guy in the other lane and put the Tempest Scion in the center. So, good example of what not to do, but it's just one of those things that you can sometimes miss. But yeah, hey, the Wraith Lord just got 2 stacks, so it's sitting at 100 damage. 105 melee attack. Do we want to go for... Well, this thing can't actually do very much damage, so I think the Wraith Lord is still fine. We'll just go for the ranged attack here. Try to get rid of that poisonous Plague Bearer over in the right lane. We'll just go for the ranged. And I'm sure they'll continue to go melee. They'll be chopping up these Imperial troopers. And that Wraith Lord is just going to keep getting stronger. Okay, and then I think next turn we can hit back for a really big melee attack. Plague Bearer does go down. Okay, and the Sulphur Hound is actually still alive. See what they bring out. Okay, we did get hit by an outflank, so we won't be dealing quite as much damage. I guess we could just go for another ranged attack. The Wraith Lord doesn't actually do a huge amount of damage. Will it be enough? We'll see. We'll see if we can make it work with the Scourge. Got a tier 4 outflank there. And yeah, it's not going to be enough, actually. Big Furious Charge coming from that guy, and it's going to... The Locus of Decapitation, the Skulltaker special rule, took that guy out. Alright, well, I think we're okay still. Yeah, we'll just go for the ranged attack this turn. Seeker does survive. Poison's going to finish off the Screamer. Okay, and target acquired over on the right lane. Okay, that's perfect. Alright, so... the question is, do I... Okay, that thing doesn't deal very much damage. So we're going to put down the Solitaire over here. And we'll see, actually... They might actually be able to kill everything here. Well, no. Actually, I think we're good, because, yeah, when that guy dies... No, actually, the Death Blow. It's going to be a big Death Blow, but not quite enough. The Seeker is going to be able to hit the Solitaire, and that was a whole lot of stacks there, but, yeah. The Solitaire now is sitting at 180 melee attack, and now Skulltaker itself is going to deploy. Now, Skulltaker has 179 health. That means the Death Blow here is definitely going to be able to kill him off. So we don't even need to wait until the end of the turn. All I have to do is move the Solitaire into the center lane, and once the Skulltaker hits it with a Furious Charge, it's game over, setting a trap for the Warlord here. So that's something fun that you can do with this this deck here. So there goes the Death Blow, and Skulltaker is dead. Alright, so it wasn't a very strong deck that we were facing there, but yeah, this Aeldari Servants of the Emperor combo, I'm liking it. It's pretty fun, for sure. Of course, some Warlords are quite a bit better than others. Those are the main two that I tried. I also did try the Zephyr Blade, just with the Endless cards, but that wasn't quite as good. Was able to end, I think, with maybe a total of like 600, almost 600 ranged attack on the final turn, but the Warlord did have to deploy, so it was a little bit closer. With these are just kind of annihilating everything, so yeah, let me know if you found any other fun combos to use with this, but this is what I've been using on day 3 of this exploration. So that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.